you had comments on Angel Reese and it went viral. People were saying, "Oh, you're an Angel Reese hater."
They asked me my opinion on player tiers, and my thing is then if you bring something to the argument, bring something else. Can she get to player A or player S or whatever? Yes, she can.
Yes.
Right now, I don't know if she's alongside those players in B's, and you're measuring her against players that have been in the league for years.
Right.
And so I think that, I've faced it on the men's side when people attack you for what you look like or who you are. That's usually not coming with a solid argument. And so
Yeah.
I'm willing to debate. I love it. Be like, I'm wrong, but bring facts to the table. And so that's the biggest thing. There's no hate on Angel Reese. I love her. She plays for the Chicago Sky. I saw her at my jersey retirement versus LA. So it's nothing like that. But I think it's so interesting in this female space, the need to have to explain some of these things like that you don't see where, we worked with the guys at Turner where they come on and they say stuff that's just so outlandish. I will never attack anybody's character. I will never attack who they are ever. And I just hope that others will do the same.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like there has to be room in broadcasting to and talking about women's hoops where you can objectively talk about in an objective and constructive way when someone is playing well and when they're not. That's literally our job. Also to make an opinion over something and to project over time. And you bring in a legend because you respect the body of work and what they're saying. When I saw some of that feedback, I was like, this is crazy over a small like soundbite.
You know what's so crazy is that I'm gonna be like Shaq and we'll be like, "You're welcome, Angel. That's why you got 5 double-doubles the last 5 games. She heard me. She manned up. Now she playing well. Look, because that's me." No, I'm not that.
Right,
no,
right.
Angel is gonna get her double-double. She's been playing phenomenal. She done hit him with the in-out dribble, and she's raised her level of play. And you want to see that jump from the first to the second year, which she has. Yeah, I think in this space, I feel like the need to have to explain myself, but I don't. So it's fine. It's cool. But I think where we know we're going to be successful is we get to a place where it's sports and it's not personal.
Okay. So this is Candace Parker. This is her latest effort right here. So she's on a whole nother interview with Rose Gold. She keeps getting asked by Angel Reese. Rightfully so, she's going to give her opinion. Candace Parker is one of the greatest players in WNBA history, no doubt about it. Not a question of talent, anything like that. The problem with everybody's having with Candace Parker is this: you slighted Angel Reese. You made it seem like she was just a good rebound. She was just a role player. That's where the problem comes in, and she didn't tell the whole truth. Now, Candace Parker said you have to bring facts to the table. So let's bring facts to the table. Okay, so at no point of Angel Reese's career was she she was never a top tier player in no level. Not high school, not college, and we say in the WNBA, she's definitely a top tier player. The problem is you slighted her. You said she was on a rebound. Now, Angel Reese have always been more than a rebound. You feel what I'm saying? And I like to always point out the other things she does on the court because if I don't talk about it, everybody just go off with people. You'll just go off with Candace Parker say she's just a rebounder. Angel Reese more than a rebounder. Everybody's so surprised she's getting assists. She's doing in and out pull up middies. She's shooting middies here and there. It's like her footwork and touch around the rim has gotten a lot better. Angel Reese have always had the talent. She's always been a top tier talent, no matter what level she's at. The problem is this, and it always gonna go back to this, and I hate to do this, but it does. I have to bring it up. The problem is a lot of people are looking at it like they looking at it like this, right? And me personally too. I don't like the fact everybody wants they get on the internet, they say Angel got to do this, Angel got to do that. Angel is she been doing all this stuff, right? But she's doing it more now because they're allowing her to show up for Arsenal. And she's literally showing you she's a complete player, right? Now, she says has to go up against women that's been doing it for years. True, Angel Reese is playing a powerful position. That's by far the toughest position in the league. That position's been carrying the league for years. We could talk about Angel Wilson, Naphessa Collier, Nika. We could talk about. There's so many women that's playing this position. I mean, it's a tough position. But when you talk about Caitlyn, it's like they don't never critique her game. That's the problem. They never say she has to work on things, knowing she does. They never bring up Caitlyn Clark, inefficient shooting, the bad turnovers, the bad defense, the lack of leadership. They don't bring none of those things up. Um, they make it seem like she's a perfect player. She's already got it made. Well, the same case she just made with Angel. Oh, I'm not. She can be a top level team in years to come. Just not right now. I'm telling y'all that's what Caitlin Clark. A lot of stuff y'all say about Angel, I literally say that about Caitlin Clark. That's literally those are facts. Caitlin Clark is not a top tier player like that yet. And I'm talking about like she's a top tier talent, but I'm talking about as a player. I think she gets away with her flaws. She get away with a lot of things because at her position, there's not a lot of competition. To be honest, there's not a lot of great competition at the point guard position. Yeah, you got the Scholars, you got Paige, but it's not as much as the powerful position. It's not as much as Angel has to deal with. But if you talk about the individual skill set, Kayla Clark is sensational talent, but she has a lot of flaws. And so to pretend like she's already that right now is just crazy. When we literally watching it, we watching her like she hasn't gotten better. And I hate to do this because this video is not really about that. But look, I have to bring this up. She hasn't gotten better from year one to year two. Angel Reese have literally got better from year one to year two. That's facts. So we want to talk about facts. That is absolute facts right there. If you look at it, offense, defense, Angel is top tier. Angel is top tier. The little things she had to work on, pump faking and learn how to finish at a certain angle, like little things like that. She had to get that down pat. But once she did, you start to see her play a lot better. Okay, so but what I don't have to ever question is effort from Angel Reese. I don't have to question her effort. I don't have to question her work ethic. Angel has a work ethic. She has a work ethic. She's one of. If you listen to her peers, I'll listen to Naphessa Collier husband, who also the co-owner. His name Alex Brazil. If I'm not mistaken, I don't want to get his name wrong. Alex Brazil says, "Man, Angel is one of the most hardworking players I ever seen. She's the first one in the gym. She's the last one out. And she constantly working on her game. That's why it shows. Lisa Leslie, Cheryl Swoop, everybody will say the same thing. Naphessa Collier, listen to her peers. They all look at Angel Reese totally different from Candace Parker. Candace Parker she's making it seem like Angel just a role player. How can you be just a role player? When you're literally leading your team all the categories. Number one, number two, you're a two-time All-Star in your first 2 years. You're leading the league in double doubles. You're guarding the other team best players. You're guarding most positions. Like that's more than what a role player is asked to do. So that's the thing. That's the thing right there. And again, everybody's tied to their own opinion. All these young players have little things to work on, right? We can all agree on that. But to pretend like it's just Angel that has to work, to be honest with you, Angel really doesn't have a whole lot to work on. She doesn't. She's almost there already. Angel literally, y'all, a consistent jump shot, a consistent midi. And I'm not talking about a 3-pointer. I don't care about the 3-pointers. A consistent mid-range jump shot. Angel is right there. That's why I've been telling her, look, she gets that consistent mid-range jump shot down pat. That's when you're going to see her go to an even higher level. Now she can look at Naphessa Collier in the face. But you see it right now. You already seeing the sneak peek. You already seeing it. And this is year two. Once she get a consistent mid-range jumper, she's already shooting. And if you pay attention, you look at her free throw percentage. You look at her overall percentage, the last 10 games, absolutely picking up. She went from start out the season shooting 33, 34%. Look, it has shot up the last 10 games. She's shooting 55%. Overall, shooting 45. So she's been working. So that's what Candace Parker is losing everybody. You have to be completely honest all across the board because it feels like you're only saying certain things. You're not saying certain things because you're part of the machine. But people just want you to be honest, though. Just be honest. And if that's your opinion, cool. I respect everybody's opinion. But Angel Reese, she doesn't. She shouldn't have to. She shouldn't have to do so much to get everybody approved, and that's fine. Everybody not gonna like her. Everybody not gonna like Angel Reese. And I said it before, I have no problem with Candace Parker not stamping Angel Reese because I hope this pisses off Angel Reese. I hope she take it very personal, and because ain't everybody needs somebody that I'm talking about they respect to look at them and say, I don't think you're on that level yet. It's to keep them motivated. I want Angel Reese to stay hungry. Now she mentioned Shaq. Shaq went through the same thing. Shaq didn't get approved by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Will Chamberlain. Those guys didn't stamp Shaq. Shaq took it personal. They said Shaq, you're not a winner. He went out there and won 3. So if Angel Reese, knowing how she is, she's gonna take that and use it as motivation, and that's only gonna make her a better player. That's my take on it. Get in the comment section, light it up. It's your boy Showtime. Appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm out here.